Hello, I'm Chrissy Seaton and welcome back to my YouTube channel, My Noahide Family. We are continuing on looking at some of the things in this marvellous book called the Amunah and the Noahide, written by Rabbi Laser Brody. The link will be in the description box below. Now, I've done a few previously about this book, and it's just so engaging and so well written and makes so much common sense that I feel we have to look at it and value it for the wealth of information made simple and easy to understand for Gentiles. And so we're going to continue on, and today I believe I'm going to go through pages 30 to 34. Now, in the last video I talked about the principles, the 13 principles of Rambam and Amunah, which means faith. And so, you already are familiar with the 7 Noahide commandments, but today in this section we're going to look at the relationship of those principles of faith, 13 principles of faith, and living as a Noahide, as a Gentile. And the connection is just marvellous. I can't emphasise that enough. So, enough of me chatting. Let me get on with this and just say that principle 1, which I read the principles last week, but I will read them again this week, and then the accompanying information that connects all this together for us. And as I start with the first one, go through them, you'll soon see and understand what I'm trying to explain in my words. So the first principle of faith is, I believe with complete belief that the Creator, blessed be his name, is the creator and director of all the creations, and he alone did, does, and will do every deed. Now that's the first of the 13 principles. Now let me break this down for you with an explanation for the first principle. This is the belief in the existence of the Creator. He is the life force behind all creation. Nothing can exist without his will, from either mega galaxies to the tiniest parts of an atom. The Creator makes everything happen. Nothing can happen or exist against his will. There is no one but him. And there's a reference here to Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 35, which you can do some homework and look that up. Now, so that's principle number 1. Now let's go into principle number 2 and read its explanation. I believe with complete belief that the Creator, blessed be his name, is one, and there is no unity like him under any circumstances, and he alone is our God, past, present, and future. So, let's have a look at the explanation for that, principle number 2. The Creator is one and only God, who is perfect, inseparable, unified whole, a whole being with no co-deities. In other words, no assistants, no relatives, no second in command. So, with no co-deities whatsoever, independent of everyone and everything, as we say in the Shema prayer, Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. Now, that is located in Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 4. So that was principle number 2 and the explanation. Principle number 3, I believe with complete belief that the Creator, blessed be his name, is not a body, nor can any physical entity comprehend him. He is incorporeal with no image whatsoever. Now let that sink in. If you're looking for the face of God, You're not going to find it where in human terms. You know, I often refer to my garden and you know, the little bugs and things like that. And to me, that's the face of God in terms of his greatness, his what he's created for us, what he's made available for us. That's the inverted commas face of my God. The Creator, therefore, defies any description, nor can a mortal understand him or his workings in any way. Kabbalistic terminology refers to Hashem as Ein Sof, the infinite, for there is nothing tangible or finite about Hashem. Now, we just have to lock our head into that. Get the brain cells understanding that. There is no iconic depictions, pictures, statues, doesn't have any second in command, doesn't have any relatives. We're not... God, Hashem, is beyond our comprehension in terms of greatness, capability, and existence even. It's hard for us who live in a reality type world here, where everything's tangible, visible, etc., touch, feel, smell, and then to switch our mind to grasping and understanding the concept that Hashem does not fall into those categories. Principle number 4, I believe with complete faith. I beg your pardon, I'd read that. No, did I? Oh, I'll do it again. I believe with complete belief that the Creator, blessed be his name, is first and last. This means that the Creator defies time and space. He is infinite and eternal, preceding the beginning of time and existing forever, even after the end of time. Principle number 5, I believe with complete belief that the Creator, blessed be his name, is the only entity to whom it is appropriate and befitting to pray, and it is not befitting to pray to anyone or anything else. The explanation, this is the foundation of monotheism, forbidding idolatry and false gods, thereby precluding worship or submission to anyone or anything else other than our Creator. Principle number 6, I believe with complete belief that all the words of the prophets are true. We believe in the prophecies, the 48 prophets and 7 prophetesses, meaning women, mentioned in Tanakh, and we do not doubt that their prophecies are the word of Hashem and therefore are true. Number 7, principle number 7, I believe with complete belief that the prophecy of Moses, may he rest in peace, be real, and that he was the foremost of all the prophets, the ones before him and the ones after him. And the explanation beside that for principle number 7 says, we believe that the 5 books of Moses, called the Torah, were given to Moses from Hashem, and that every word is absolute truth, whereas prophecy was Hashem's way of speaking to the prophets. We believe that Hashem spoke to Moses directly, and there are references, and they are Exodus chapter 33 verse 11 and Deuteronomy chapter 34 verse 10. So none of this has just been thought up in someone's head. There's references to support this throughout the holy writings, the Torah. Principle number 8. I believe with complete belief that the entire Torah we have in our possession today is the one given to Moses. May he rest in peace. And the explanation says, this is the belief in the divine origin of our Torah. For the Torah we read and learn today is the exact same Torah that Hashem gave to Moses. Now, I find those few words so comforting. Not one tittle, not one letter, not one exclamation mark or comma has been altered. So we know what we're reading, what we're understanding and grasping is the same Torah that Moses was given. That alone makes you kind of think, I've got to get my head around this, this is, so we know that this is the truth. Principle number 9. I ultimately believe that this is the Torah. It shall not be replaced, nor will the Creator, blessed be his name, give us a different Torah or a different section to the Torah. This explanation says that this is the belief that the Torah we have today is the Torah we have for posterity, unchangeable and irreplaceable, relevant for posterity. Principle number 10. I believe with complete belief that the Creator, blessed be his name, knows all the actions of every human and all their thoughts. As it is said, he produces the hearts of them all and discerns all their doings. And that's referred to in Psalm 33, verse 15. You might have to rerun this video and take note of all these references. And its explanation says this is the belief in Hashem's omnipotence, since his divine providence determines everything. No doubt, no thought, utterance, or occurrence in the universe is unknown to him. So even that dog barking in the distance, all that is known to Hashem and under his control. Think of it in the simplest aspects of your daily life, and it really makes an impact on how you think of things. Principle number 11. I believe with complete belief that Creator, blessed be his name, rewards those who observe his commandments and punishes those who transgress his commandments. The explanation here states, this is our belief in reward and punishment, as well as our belief in mankind's free will to do good or to do evil, for there can be no concept of reward and punishment outside the context of free will, if there is the slightest coercion in either direction. Coercion in either direction. A lot to think about, isn't it? But upon thinking about it and going through it bit by bit, of course it makes perfect sense, doesn't it? Principle number 12. I believe with complete belief in the coming of the Messiah, and even though he may tarry, I will nonetheless await him every day whenever he comes. Now, I just want to pause here. I wake up each day expecting the Messiah to come. So I prepare myself. I want to look good when he comes. I don't want to be looking dishevelled, immodest, or, look like I just rolled through a garbage can or something. Because any day, and I don't want to be caught off guard, and neither should you. If he doesn't come today, so be it. It's another day. So we go on expecting it. The explanation here is that for principle number 12, we believe that the Messiah has not yet come. Still, we eagerly anticipate his arrival, together with the advent of the Messianic era that includes the Geula, the full redemption of our people, the ingathering of the exiles. This is talking about the Jews here, the full redemption of our people, the ingathering of the exiles to our holy homeland of Israel, and the rebuilding of the Holy Temple in Jerusalem. So the Messianic era is going to be a very busy and exciting time. May it occur soon. Principle number 13, the final one. I ultimately believe that there will be a resurrection of the dead at the prescribed time that the Creator wills it. Blessed be his name, and may he be exalted forever and ever. Now, the description or comment here is, we believe that death as we know it today, as we humans perceive it to be, is a passing stage, and it is not terminal. So our death isn't the end. For we believe in the resurrection of the dead, and that, my friends, also includes Gentiles, righteous, observant Gentiles. Those of us who have lived by the 7 Noahide laws and are able to connect them to these 13 principles of faith, that we are going to see all this. And we have to put aside some of the misconceptions we've been told by previous religions or teachers or whatever, and just understand this actual simple faith. Simple faith. Don't complicate it. There's one God. That's all I need to worry about. That I do as I'm told, I obey God's commandments, the 7 Noahide laws, that I live a good, righteous and kind life. I look after my community. I say often, in the street where you live is where you begin being a good person. Well, thank you for being present for this. This is the 5th video I've done about Amuna and the Noahide. I previously listed, I think, you can get this on Amazon. Just type it in and it'll come up. It's not expensive. Great little pocketbook to have, just to remind yourself. And we do forget things occasionally, but I just find this so simple and so profound. It doesn't, because of its simplicity, it doesn't mean it's left things out. It gets right to the core and puts it in terms that you and I, the Gentile, can understand. And I thank you again, Rabbi Laser Brody, for a stellar task. Wonderful, wonderful book. So with that, I will just say that the infinity of God, the Hashem that we know and understand, he is eternal. He precedes anything and everything. He was before time began. He's never not been in existence. So the world has never not had Hashem. And we have no excuse now, because we know what we need to do. We've had 7 commandments. We now know the principles and the connections and what we need to be aware of. And in the meantime, I want you all to please take care, and God bless.